So you think you've got a problem with your infield soil, or you're not happy with the way it's performing. In most cases, people are going to try and fix that infield soil at some point in time since they want to do something to change it. And in the old days, all they did was guess. You know, if it was too hard, they said, well, we need to add sand. Or if it's too soft, we need to add some clay to it. The problem is that you're purely guessing on what the real problems are. And if you're going to do something like this, you're only going to get the money once, so you want to do it right. All right, so let's put the guessing aside, and we want to do kind of a deep dive into what the problem is on your infield soil. To do that, you need to run a test, a soil test, and it has to be the right type of test. And what you do is you go out and you collect samples, you put them in a Ziploc bag, send it off to the lab for testing. And then you have the proper people take a look at it and analyze what the results were, and they can tell you exactly what the problem is and what materials you need to add to do it. In a lot of cases, we can fix an infield soil without taking it all out and replacing it. But there are times when, yes indeed, we have to go in and maybe take out 2 inches and replace it with a different material because you can't get rid of the certain problems that it might have without it. But the bottom line is, that soil test exposes all the shortcomings of that infield soil. We can tell pretty quickly what we need to do. So that's the first step in making your infield skin a better infield skin if it's not performing to your satisfaction. So let's start out with taking a sample on this softball field here. This is a girls' softball field, and they've had some problems with this material and they want to change it or improve it, enhance it. And so we're here to take a look at it, do some forensics on it, and find out exactly what the problem is. So let's take a sample. What we're going to do is pick about 12 spots around the infield here randomly and just dig down about 2 or 3 inches and put each one of those locations materials in this bucket, and then we're going to stir it all together and make one representative sample of that infield soil, and that's what we'll put into the sample bag to send off to testing. So let's go get some samples. Hopefully it's not too hard. So trying to go down 2 or 3 inches here. Now when taking a sample, if your infield has a top dressing layer on it, you want to take that and scrape that top dressing layer away to get to the main infield material, okay? But what I wanted to point out on this field is take a look at the surface and look at the rocks in this field. Look at some of these. I mean, these are serious rocks. Some of these are shards. They're so sharp. That's going to present a problem in trying to fix this particular field. Just an observation I'm taking as I'm taking these samples and looking around, and as you pan around and look here, you see all these different rocks on the surface. That's a problem. You can't just bury those because you're probably going to bring some more up possibly. And in that situation, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fix this infield just by amending it with some soil material. More than likely, we're probably going to have to pull off an inch or 2 layer of this and bring in new material. This is girls softball. This is not something I would ever send my daughter to play on. I mean, it's rock hard and it's incredibly abrasive. So that's what I'm leaning towards on this particular field. We'll find out more. We'll run the soil test on this, but I'm pretty sure this is all egg lime, and we'll make our decisions from there. And let's continue on with the sampling. We'll take this and get this filled up and get it ready to send off for sample. So I'm just blending this sample here to make sure it's all the samples that I took from out on the field has been blended together to give us one good representative sample. Now I'm going to take this quart-size Ziploc bag with the name of the facility on it. All right, so there's an identifier, and we're just going to take this and fill this bag up with material. We want to provide the lab, pretty close to a quart of material to work with. It's more than enough, but better too much than not enough, as I always say. Seal that bag off. This is a form that we provide our customers if they want to send in a soil sample for testing, and they fill out all their information up here, the name of the sample, which is entered here. I also typically put it up here for project name, locations, which would be city and state. Is it a baseball or a softball field? In most cases, you're going to be a recreational field, unless you're up in the colleges or professional, then you'd mark up intermediate or professional, but in most cases, you're going to be a recreational field. Fill out all this critical information, sign it, print your name, and then give us your billing information, and DuraEdge then will take this and send the sample off to the lab. And from there, once it takes roughly about 5 to 7 days to get our information back from the lab, and we'll take their data and break it down. And let's go back now to my studio and we'll take a look at how this test fared, and I'll show you what we've proposed to this park to fix this particular field.